Hello, Crew Maru. Hello, Toychanics who are in training, Toychanics who are doing the same thing I'm doing out there, viewers, lovely people. Happy Sunday. It's another live edition of Toychanics. Today we're going to be doing all sorts of things. I've got boxes upon boxes upon boxes of stuff that came in last week. So this ought to be an interesting day. I want to try to knock out some mods. I want to try to knock out some repairs. This fellow right here has actually already sent me something, so I'd like to knock this one out for him. Get me a new razor blade. What's up, boys? Oreo Mega 5VF. Thank y'all for showing up. Look at my Crew Maru here. I don't know what I'm opening here. I forgot what this guy sent me. This is one of those jobs where they sent me something and he's like, oh crap, I forgot to send you this. So I was like, well, go ahead and send it over. And it'll save you return shipping on 2 repairs. So we're going to see what's in here. What's up, Samurai Chris? Hope you guys are having a good Sunday today. Hope everybody had a refreshing weekend. Let's see what we got going on. Old Cebus. Alright. Ooh. This is yeah, the Mezco Doctor Strange. I felt bad for this guy. His name's Freddy, but he goes by Son Goku, and I couldn't tell who he was on Instagram. Like I was like trying to find this guy. I was like, man, he doesn't go by his name anywhere. And I finally found him after I put out a call out on my page. I was like, hey, who is this? I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. All right, what do we got going on here? Jeez, this is really taking a kind of a nasty hit here. Jeez, this is really bad. Let me see what I'm supposed to be doing here. I'm not sure. I can't find a pinpoint a break. The wrists are intact, so that's a plus. I might Dremel out his wrist for him just so we can. Man, the head on this figure is amazing. Like freaking Vincent Price. Sheesh, that is awesome. Oh, excuse me. All right, let's see. What am I doing? Goes by Goku. Son Goku. There he is. We are looking at... Okay. The fabric seems to be glued into the gloves. He's also got a small tear exactly where one of the elbows is. We probably won't be doing that today. I got to repair the stitching, which is not something I advertise I do, and I will never advertise that. So he says, I just got him in, and his arms are loose, as well as his upper torso swivel. His arms are loose. This feels pretty good, actually. Yeah, Cebus, this is my, yeah. It's actually an older model, but this thing's really good. It's got like a jog wheel on it right here and whatnot. So yeah, it's also got Final Cut keyboard shortcuts, which I use Premiere, but I use the old school, way before Final Cut X. I use that the old school Final Cuts, and you can actually import all of the keyboard shortcuts into Premiere. So that's what I use this for. It's just comfortable. I really like these little arrows right here too. I use those a lot. Okay, I'm going to have to figure this one out later. This isn't going to be a very exciting video. He's saying the arm's loose, but it feels pretty good. Oh, here we go. I can see. Yeah. Look at this. Let's see if I can get it. You can see right there where it's at, where it's pretty jacked up. Yeah, I'll deal with this one later. This isn't going to be a fun one for video. Gotta know your crowd, know your audience. Let's see what else we got. We got plenty to choose from. Forgot the best way. Oh yeah, I just gotta remember how to open up these flat rate boxes. What's the easiest way to do this? So I can return it in the box. I don't just have these lying around. Okay, we'll see what we got going on here. So I can open this up. What's up, Clayton? Had fun playing some that Ghost last night, man. You guys playing Ghost of Tsushima out there? I hope you are. And if you got friends or if you're online, man, if you're on, you should hit us up because we had some fun last night. That game is really fun multiplayer. Oh yeah, the child, dude. Somebody was mentioned the other night. Like I was like sitting here. I want to say I was like sitting like this. I don't know how I did it. Oh, I think it was something like that. And he just kind of peeking over my shoulder. I can't do it. I look like an idiot. Oh, whoa, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I believe this is a body a guy is using for I want to say a Boba Fett. Could be wrong. I think that's what this is. We got ourselves one of these bigger bodies here. I'm not sure what body this actually is from originally. And what we're going to do here is we're actually going to take this thing apart and replay. We're going to replace this piece right here. The cool thing is that this client's really cool. He said this thing's going to be covered up by cloth, so it doesn't matter if we damage anything on the outside, which, thank you, because these are tough to keep intact. These right here are, let's see if I can drop the lighting here. There we go. You can kind of see the discoloration right here. I'm sure you guys, if you're familiar with 1/6 figures, they have these little plugs, basically, that plug their screws in here. That's how we're going to get this baby apart. So we got to take these out. And luckily, he doesn't care if these stay intact. Thank God, because I don't know how to get these things out. Keeping them intact. I just have no idea. I've tried multiple times. If anybody knows how to, then let me know. But other than that, what I'll generally do is drill into them and pull them out. And that's how we're going to do that today. I'm definitely not in the mood to try to figure out how to remove these without damaging them. I've tried to kind of get in here before. I've tried to go in with a razor blade, and you can see it's just, they're so snug. I mean, they do a really good job at at plugging the figure, but trying to take one of these out is just I don't know how to do it without damaging it. But like I said, what we're gonna do is the easy destructive way, because it is covered with cloth, so you're not gonna see it, and we'll make sure there's nothing there to snag on or anything like that. What's up, Ricky M? Glad you're here. So yeah, let's go ahead and drill into this baby here. We're gonna go straight down. Hey, wow, look at that. That actually popped it popped it off. Also broke my drill bit in the making. That sucks. But we can still use this broken drill bit here. I go through drill bits like crazy. It's about time to order some new ones. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and drill through here again. Wow, look at that. Happened both times. Drilled in and it came out. What's up, guys? What's up? What do we got here? Carolyn Stanko. Customizing Collectibles 547's in here. Ricky M decided to send Deathstroke back and get a refund. Good on you, man. Good. Good on you. I'm still waiting on... I actually pre-ordered him from Walmart, which I don't pre-order a lot of stuff from Walmart. Hey, there, the child's doing it again. Look. Hang on. I wonder if I can get him That's awesome. I love that. That's going to be a new staple for this channel. I actually got that for my wife and me, but more for her. And now I set it up in here because I've been doing these video calls with people from work, and I thought it'd be kind of fun to have that in the background, just because he's so popular right now. And here he is on the making his debut on the live streams. Oh, I got an idea. Check this out. Yes. Which one do we go with? I think we got to go with this guy right here. Oh, can it be seen? Can you even see it? Has a little Aquaman hat on now. Oh, this one's pretty dope though. There we go. That one's got a little more shine to it. I don't really wear hats with my long hair anymore. Alright, now little man looks fresh. Love it. Okay, so we have taken our screws out of this figure. Hey, what's up, Tom? Glad you can make it. Hope you're having a good weekend, good Sunday. Figured I'd spend a couple hours with my crew Maru today. Knock out some work. You guys inspire me to get up and get off my butt sometimes, because a lot of times on Sundays I don't want to move. You know, I think everybody's got to take time to recharge, and a lot of us don't do that anymore. It's hard in these days. I read an article not too long ago about the hustle. Everybody these days got to hustle. You can't really do anything just to do it. You know, it's like, oh, I've been making myself, I don't know, pop sockets. All of a sudden it's like, oh, you can make money off that. Or I repair figures. Oh, you can make money off that. You know, everything's a hustle these days. And so you can't get lost in the shuffle of the hustle. So that's just a little bit of fodder to ponder there for you. A little bit of daily wisdom. That's got a spring in it. Cool. Ugh, God, I hate springs. Spring mechanism right here. After this, I'm going to fix that giant Shockwave figure. Alright, so now I got this taken apart. I'm going to go ahead and snap a few photos for the gram. You know. Although I took a bunch of photos from my Instagram not too long ago, and I haven't even put anything up. So here's our problem. There's our brake. We're going to reattach that peg to this. Or I'm going to replace it with a screw. We're going to see what happens here. See what the best method is to do this. So I got to figure out, why did this break in the first place, right? So let's take this leg out. I think this is... Uh-oh. Somebody's outside. Alright, bud, that's enough. Mom's going to get a hold of it. Dang, no wonder this thing broke. Golly, this is really in here. Jeez. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take... What's up, action figure expert? I'm doing all right, man. I'm a little backed up here with some got some work I gotta be knocking out. Let's see if we can't do that. Let's see. There we go. Golly, that was really in there. And see, that's what makes me nervous about sometimes trying to reattach something like this. What I might end up doing is, if we can get a screw in here that's the right size, we might be able to fix it and not have to worry about it disconnecting on us later. But the question is, do we have a screw that's the right size? Oh, this is looking promising. I've got to look through my little box of tricks over here. There's just tons of screws, just tons and tons. So here's a pretty decent looking one. This has got a nice size to it. Looks like it would fit nicely in here. And probably need to cut it down a little bit. It's actually got some weird, interesting, I'm not sure what kind of screw this is. It's some kind of, might be a wood screw, but it's got some interesting, look at this threading on this baby. See if it'll show up. See if I set it down right there, if it'll show up. Yeah, notice how the threading is thicker right here, and then it gets smaller right here. Little magnet there, okay. Cool, well that might be, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a screw like that. Cool, so what we want to do is see, oh look at that. That's perfect. Barely any wiggle room. We got about a thread and a half of space. This is our winner right here. So we're gonna need to Dremel out a pretty decent sized hole for this screw to go in. I don't think I have a drill bit that big for my Dremel, just due to the size here. So let's see what we got in here. Might have to go to the old, let's see, I've got a bunch back over here as well. Here's a little one. Not too shabby. I used to have one of these, they've got like these little packs you can buy for drill bits. You can get it at Lowe's or what have you, and it's like usually, or even Walmart. They've got like them in the Dremel section. You can just pick up a, I don't know, it's like, they're usually gray. And I used to have them over here. I wonder if they're still up here. Let's see what we got. It's a really good starter kit, basically, for drill bits, for a Dremel. I'm not seeing it. I used to have a couple of these things, and now I don't have anymore. Although I did just find a bunch of drill bits. So that's a win. Well, skunk. Also, this is cool. If you guys are, getting into this or whatever, one of these cheap little, if you're wondering what kind of size you need, this is pretty nice. Doesn't go as small as I'd like it. I'd actually like one that's a little bit smaller than this, but this is good for household stuff. Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry, Ricky. I forgot you're the one that talked to me about the Revo Deathstroke. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, man. I hope you can get that figure. I hope you can just get him, because that's one of the best Revos. It's crazy that yours is all super glued and jacked up, because he's one of the cleanest moving Revos that I've ever seen. I bought him off my buddy Anthony. He sold them to me for a really good price, and yeah, I was just very impressed with the engineering in that figure, because sometimes, some of the Revos can give you some trouble. I mean, they're really for, and this sounds really elitist and stupid, but don't take offense to this, but it's for more advanced collectors. A lot of people don't like their architecture, their design, but it's all about, or they don't pose well, they say. But those things take time and work. Like, you have to learn how to work a Revo. And I noticed one issue that happened with the Wolverine was that they weren't breaking per se, but his half the joint would disconnect every time you tried to bend his arm, because inside of his shoulder you had to Dremel it out just a little bit to give that little just a little more movement, a little more fluid movement, because it was in there so tight it would just stick and pop those things in half. So if you guys are planning on getting into Revoltech, that's a warning for you on the Wolverine. I haven't really had that issue with anything else. I fixed a few Revos. I fixed the Revoltech Carnage, and I fixed a Revoltech Venom, and Iron Man. Just a bunch of them. Off the top of my head, those are the ones I can remember. Anyways, let's get back to this. Let's see what we got. I know I've got bigger drill bits than this. It kind of bothers me. That. Ooh, here we go. Ooh, these are really good screws. I'm such a mess. This is gonna be our starter. Man, where did I put those? Actually, I might have, before I get involved with this, I might have. I found this at I want to say I found this at Hobby Lobby once in the clearance section. I found a it was like a rotary tool set, and it was on clearance. Let's see if I can find the bad boy. I try to organize myself, and I end up losing everything because before I had a method to the madness, and now I can't find anything down here. Ah, there it is. Yeah, I found this. It's like $10, but I think it was actually less than $10. So this has got like, there's just tons of stuff in it. Yeah, here we go. I see drill bits. It's more of a sanding kit, which is pretty cool. All these sanding bits and whatnot. You've got different sizes here, which I don't need. Thanks to my buddy Clayton, he told me, he's like, man, he's like, you need to get, since you use all those different sizes, you need to get one of these. This is made for Dremel brand, this little top right here. And you can see inside, if it would focus for me, that it gets, there we go. It gets wider and smaller. You can put any kind of size in here. This thing is amazing. So I went ahead and bought 2 of them. I got that one and one for my bigger Dremel as well. So here we go. Here we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Look at that. Boom. And that. I think that's going to do it. It's just a little. Yep, that's it. That's the one we wanted. Cool. So right on. This is a this is a pretty large drill bit. I'm actually gonna practice on something before I use this. I've got like these little junky Mario figures that I grabbed. I was like just gonna use parts from them, so it's kind of sick, but I just use them to drill into, just to see how this is. Oh yeah, that works really well. Okay, cool. Just want to make sure it was tight. All right, let's, I don't know how far we can drill into this guy. Not far, so let's go ahead and let's do this. It's not catching for me the way I want it to, so what we'll do is we're going to start. I'm going to drill a little divot in here. Oh my gosh. Wow, this is insanely. I can't believe this thing broke. Okay, so what's happening right now is I'm getting a lot of like pushback from this. So I don't actually want to go in with the bigger drill bit yet. What I want to do is start with a smaller one, because what might happen here is when I go in with this, it's going to probably heat that plastic up. And this is the kind of plastic that if it melts, it's staying that way. So here we go. Hey, what's up, Punker Mike? We need to have a vid chat sometime. Ladies and gentlemen, Punker Mike, one of the most creative creators out there in the action figure world. This guy makes super cool accessories. He's making chicken nuggies for his little child figure. That's what I need. I just need like to find one of those old I don't know, man, if you got you young heads, you 80s babies, if you remember like the chicken nugget figures from McDonald's that came around like, I don't know, they had like little superheroes outfits and like Halloween outfits, like a little Dracula, but they came in like, they had a plastic chicken nugget like deal where you could keep them like a holding case or whatever. That'd be awesome to get for this guy back here, because it's plastic, you know, it's not like styrofoam or whatever. Be a little more fancy. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Mm-hmm. Good Lord. This has got a... I also want to get in here. I don't want to go in too far, and like, I'm not sure how this thing is actually connected inside. I can see that there's a... Okay, cool. Yeah, this definitely wouldn't have worked to try to reattach the factory one for me. And I can tell. What's up, Chris Jordan? Sorry I missed your little hello there. Oh man, Punker Mike, ain't no... You're awesome, man. Punker Mike actually hooked me up with a lot of some good stuff from the... I was buying Mighty Ducks figures because I wanted to... I thought I might have for this free time stuff. And he hooked me up with a freaking awesome net, like a hockey net. I was like, that's just the coolest thing. I still can't believe that was Ian Ziering as the voice of Wild Wing in those old cartoons. That's nuts, man. That's still crazy to me. What's up, Benjan? Hope you guys are having a great Sunday. I'm trying to have a productive one myself. I'm trying to have a productive one and then also go relax. So after I'm done in here today, I'm gonna... might go play some Ghost of Tsushima because the game is legit. Man, this thing is catching like crazy in here. I'm gonna drop the speed for a second. Man. Dang, dude. It's just some weird plastic. God. Won't stop catching. Let's bring up the speed. Come on now. There we go. All right, now we got a good, pretty decent hole going on here. See if this will insert the way we want it to. See what we got. Here for a new lesson. Well, I hope you learned something today. So what I'm hoping is I don't drill this in and it just snaps the piece, because this is some really hard plastic and now I've thinned it out doing this. So what we're gonna have to do here is we're gonna have to clip this so it goes all the way in. A minute ago I was testing it and you can see we're gonna have to cut it down. These weird big pegs, this is so crazy to me, like that the pegs are, or excuse me, the threading is big and then goes smaller, like it's so wide. So here we go. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut it right here so we don't get any pushback from these the bigger threading. And we're going to see if I can, if I'm strong enough to cut through this baby. If not, we're going to have to go into hacksaw mode. So let's find our biggest thread. We're going to cut it right here. Grab our plastic bag. Always put it in the plastic bag so you don't lose it, just in case it goes flying. There we go. I've ran into a few of these babies that did not want to clip. It sucks. But I'll tell you what, man, these Cobalt wire cutters, you can see that they're smaller. They don't go as wide like most you know, wire cutters or gate cutters. These are really great. I've only got one little dent, I think, in here, and even then it still goes. So it's just got this, man, I don't know. The engineering on this thing is really great. It was cheap. You can get it at Lowe's. I suggest you get one. It's great for cutting anything that, like screws mainly. That's what I use it for. So now I'm going to clip. I'm going to grab this here and I'm going to sand down. you can see what I've got going on here is, see if that'll show up for you. There's a little bit of a little lip here that happened on the clip. See if I can. Yeah, you can see there's like just, I don't know, it won't load or it won't focus. There we go. It's a real sharp piece. There you go. You can see that little edge. So what I do is I take a Dremel bit. Usually I use my bigger Dremel right here, and I'll just kind of, I'll run it across it. I know you can't see it, but basically like this. Just it flattens it out. You be very careful messing with this because it may be hot. Because, you know, friction in science. It's not too hot. Okay. So we've got it sanded down a little bit. Now we're going to see if we can, before we put glue on this, we're going to try to insert this to see how, if it'll screw in there for us. Get our Phillips head. Ricky M. I've got a Figuarts Dark Knight coming in tomorrow to go with my Figuarts Ledger. I'm excited. Awesome. Also, I think my Figuarts Harley wrist peg is about to break, so I'll have to be extra careful with it. Yes, you will. And chances are it is about to break, unfortunately. I've already fixed one of those for my dude, Figure This Customs, and I've got another one coming in, and I want to say another one, but it's the one with the, she's got like half a shaved head going on, that figure, whichever one that one is. That one's coming in. Alright, so this is screwed in really well, but I can also see that there's some stress happening here. So I want to double check and make sure that this is going to do what we want it to do. That's looking pretty dang good, man. Let's see what we got. Question is, will it close and will it fit correctly? Looks like we might have to shave it down a little bit. It's got like some kind of clip. Now let's see. Yeah, this is no bueno. We don't want this. This is not good. So we're gonna have to make it a little. Let me see where this other one fits in, and then we'll see what we got to do to. So technically, we've got the leg reattached, which is great, but that is crazy loose. Which is what originally that's what the old disc did. It kept it in place better, and so we've got to basically figure out how to fix that. Right about now, it looks like what I've got to do is shave this puppy down just a little bit to flatten out the end, and it'll give us a little less gap room. So let's see if I can get you guys to see what I'm about to do here. We're going to take our bigger one. There's a nice little scar right there for my dog, my hairy knees. We're going to take this, basically flatten it out. And I use that bigger, strong, more powerful Dremel right there, just because it is, you know, it's hard plastic, so it's a lot easier. Whoa, look out! What's up, Lion-O? Fucking Lion-O. Oh. Alright, let's get this cut down a little bit here with a razor blade. Get rid of some of this junk. This excess plastic that's on here now. I would say access, it's excess. Welcome to Texas. Okay, let's kind of smooth it out with our razor blade here. Okay. Have you told the story on what your logo is? The story, there's not really much of a story. Me and my buddy, I used to work with a guy named Alex Vasquez, who's a very, very talented man. He's one of those guys that is always into another project. As soon as one is done, he's on to the next one. And so this was whenever I was just starting up the Toychanics stuff. I was like, you know, it was going to be for like kind of customs, but then I was getting into mods and I was just starting repairs. And I was talking about, I was like, man. So I was working with something. I had like this bomb for a minute. I was working with like a bomb design. I was like, that's kind of cool. And then I was working, I'm like, nah, you know, it'd be cool. It's like, since I'm a pretty, I don't know, I was in drama in high school. I actually won an award for that. But it was one of my favorite things is another thing is we wore a mask in one of the plays called the King Stag, and you know, the comedy and drama masks and whatnot. We just kind of started playing around with some ideas, and so it's basically a mask, but that's a paintbrush that's, you know, painting over the face right there. So it's just a basically, it's kind of just a basic mask. I don't know. It's like a drama mask almost, but think of it as like a generic toy, and then it's the paint kind of marking over it. That's that. That's that's about as simple as it gets. Just something that looked cool, and I wanted. My favorite color is orange and charcoal. I like those colors a lot, so it just kind of those. That's the colors I went with. I was very happy with the outcome. So this is working. It's just not as tight as I'd like it to be. So what we're gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to add some super glue around the edge here to kind of tighten up the disc really. I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and keep the screw in here because it's fitting extremely well. The only issue we're running into right now is that it's not the exact same size as the old one was. I guess what I could do is look and see if I've got a different screw, but I'd rather not mess with the where this one's going. This is pretty nice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to find a better one than this one. You can see here. No, it's going to be a really hard shape to follow. Well, this actually works really well here. Shoot, this one might work too. I might have actually found a replacement for it. That's crazy. I did not see that coming. This actually is tighter here. Yeah, wow. I actually found a better screw. Now this baby right here is probably going to be a little harder to cut. These guys are strong. Is your favorite color orange because of Aquaman? I think Aquaman's my favorite color because he's orange, or my favorite character because I just like that color. I've never really had too much of a favorite color, and then I think the older I did get, yeah, the more I loved Aquaman and whatnot. Then yeah, orange just made sense for me. Um, I don't know. I'm drawn to that color. It's a bright color. It's a happy color in my opinion. So maybe that's it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just drawn to positivity. I think we all need to be drawn to positivity. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, well that was easier than I expected. And once again, we got one of these guys, so I'm gonna have to Dremel this down a little bit, which I can just hold it with my hands here. A few little sparks there. Got a little sparky. Don't want that in the house. Might need to cut it down a little further. See how far this goes in. Okay, it's going in pretty good. It's fitting man, it's fitting really, really well. Problem that we run into once again though is that it's not the same size as the original peg, which you're not gonna find a screw like that, I don't think. But since it is fitting so well and it fits better, there's less movement. We're gonna go ahead and dab a little bit of super glue on here. I'm actually gonna snap a photo for my client in my Instagram. If Donnie wore instead of Mikey, he'd be perfect then, right? Yeah, dude, man, if Donatello wore orange, it would be a dream come true. But purple's all right. That's my friend Clayton's favorite color, so. And my favorite color is orange, and his favorite turtle's Mikey, so it's kind of funny. So if those two swapped colors, me and him would have like that'd just be our perfect turtles. Wouldn't be able to beat them. So did you guys get anything new? Anybody get anything new this week? You guys got any new pickups? Be interested to see what you guys are grabbing. I grabbed actually my buddy Anthony picked me up this. It's pretty cool. Got this Green Ranger, so now I've got all the Power Ranger stuff I wanted. Besides, I kind of want maybe 2 putties, 3 max, because I don't like army building, so maybe 2. And I think there's a 2-pack coming, so done. You know, that'd be really cool. Henry, I'm not gonna get into The Last Ronin because I would hate to spoil something, but yes, I'm reading it. I read the first one. I believe that's the only one that's out right now, if I'm not mistaken, and I love it. Venom pull wave figures. Yeah, I picked up Carnage. That's all I got. Mezco Baker's doesn't. Yeah, I'm not really into the whole Doc Nocturnal thing. I don't know. It's not for me. Ricky M got Swamp Thing, Supergirl, Shredder, and Ra's al Ghul. Very cool. What Swamp Thing did you get? Henry, it is, but man, I love who the Last Ronin is. Like, that was a big surprise to me. I actually thought I had it figured out. I was like, all right, it's down to 2. Which one is it going to be? And then it surprised me with the one that they went with. I was like, that is awesome. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, I can't wait to read the rest of those. That's going to be really fun. Target restocked their Red Hulk, so I finally got him in. That's cool. Oh yeah, I bought the Gamerverse Hulk from the new Avengers game, but that weird GameStop one that's like he's gray and got like the tribal paint on him or whatever. I would have never paid $30 for him, but he's on sale right now at GameStop, so you guys could probably find him. He's $18.99. They gave me a flyer in the store, and I looked down there, and it's like certain figures are $18.99, like Mysterio, and then it was a picture of that gray Hulk, and I'm like, is this really? And it rang up $29.99. She's like, that's him, right? That's the one in the picture. I'm like, that's definitely him. So she went back. She's like, I'll just mark it in as $18.99. So I got him, and it's a Hulk with a beard. So I'm gonna make a Hulk Maru out of it. I'm gonna pop him on the Mr. Fix-It body. I'm gonna give him like longer hair or like a bun. It's gonna be awesome. Can't wait. The figure would be amazing if he had butterfly joints, but since he doesn't, he's just another Hulk to me. Just another lost potential. I was like, man, that could have been a great figure. But because they made the Build-A-Figure Abomination with those butterfly joints, and that figure is cool. Like, I like him a lot. But I don't really like the head. I wish they would have gone with a more classic look on the head, but that's what I need to get is somebody hook me up with a damn Abomination head so I can mod it and put it on that body, because that would be super cool. I think a couple of people have already done that, but. Okay, so now I've added super glue to this guy. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to. This body should go on fairly easy, but it's not. There we go. Trying to So what we've done here is we put a little bit of super glue in here to try to make this a little tighter. Did I see Anthony's Customs prototypes figures? Not yet. I need to talk to him about those, though. That'd be cool. I have not seen those yet. But that's going to be a success. It's awesome. Should use the Marvel Select head on that Abomination. If it's the right size, I think that Marvel Select was pretty freaking big, wasn't he? Dang, I used to have that. I don't know what happened to mine. I'm looking at my figures now and I'm realizing that I do not have an Abomination at all except for the video game one in my collection. I might have gotten rid of that one and kept the Build-A-Figure, and then what I would personally like is to get the old Toy Biz head. I love that head. Oh, cool. I'll have to check that out then. Yeah, I think it's really cool Anthony's doing that, man. Like your own toy line? Are you serious? It's freaking awesome. So yeah, I'm going to try to tighten this. I might actually put the screws back in here and see what happens if that tightens it to where we want it to be. This doesn't seem to be... There's a big seam actually right here, which I'm not happy with. Hang on a second, let's see what we got. So why is this doing this? Okay. That's kind of interesting. It's solid on one side here, and then you can see there's a seam right here, which we definitely don't want. Why is it doing that? Huh. That's the thing you always run into with something like figure repairs. Like something, there's always something else wrong. Yeah, for some reason. Oh, well, there's your answer. This one, God, this barely fits in. It fits in one way, and that's it. But you got to get this thing on there perfect. There it goes. Okay, well, it does work. Okay. Do you have any advice when it comes to scaling down Marvel or McFarlane figures? I would to get the new Batwoman Aquaman coming, but I don't know. She's going to be taller than anything in my collection. I don't know. People keep asking like that. The problem with that is sometimes if like, I don't know, you'd have to look at a figure and on its scale. Like, I haven't done this yet, and I said I would, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I want to do a video tutorial over it. But for Psylocke here, her legs are abnormally long. So what I've seen is you can cut out pieces of the ankle and you can cut out pieces of the thigh, which I'm thinking for the thighs, I think the best place would be to cut right here along this line. So you're probably gonna lose one of these straps, and it looks to be like to cut right here and right here, and then to cut a chunk of this out. But I'm still trying to work on that. I was talking to Arvin Trinidad or Deceptic Optics. To me, I think he's the first one that did it, and I'm trying to figure it out. What's up, Rocker Josh? I had a feeling you were going to show up. Let's see here. Let's see what happens. Put this back in. Try to close this baby off the way it's supposed to go. Oh, man. Spring mechanisms, man. Let me just... Going back to, like, yeah, those old Toy Biz figures. My God, the Maestro Hulk. I don't know if anybody ever had him or had one break on you, but that's what he does. The spring was so strong inside of him, and the plastic wasn't strong enough to hold the spring on a lot of those. So it just kind of would break. Just snap right through the freaking plastic. Oh man, this is perfect. This is great. As soon as I got that piece shut in there, we're good. Let's go ahead and put the screws in here. I got this at Lowe's. This is really cool. It's like a little tiny screwdriver, but it's got, look at all these pieces. Like they're back and upside down, and you can swap them in and out, and then it just keep that in my backpack. It's great for doing stuff like this. Shartimus just put up the review of the Kickstarter spawn. If anyone feels like having a good laugh, LOL. I've got some plans for that one. I haven't watched the video on it yet, and I don't want to watch the video on it. I want to get it in for myself, and I'm going to come in with, I don't know, I want to come in with fresh eyes. I have an idea that I'm going to add, like, kind of like a little add-on pack. An idea that would be an add-on articulation that I might go in partners with a friend of mine on. And it will probably make that figure, those figures better. But we'll see. I've got a really good idea that I think is going to work for the, to make the, we're going to make the Kickstarter spawn decent. Because it looks like there's only a few things that need to be changed out of it. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. Oh, this leg is freaking on there, man. This is great. Okay, let's see. We're going to go ahead and stick these back in here, even though we don't need them. These little plugs, which unfortunately aren't as flush now, but actually might not be the right one. Might need to go on the other one. Let's see what we got here. I think my client's going to be very happy with this. Very happy. I know I am. There's one plug. And we'll put the other one in. And for you guys that are just now joining, like I said, the guy didn't care if I damaged these at all. I don't know how to take them out without damaging them. Honestly, I just don't know. So, which most of the time it doesn't matter because they're covered up. So, I don't know if you're a stickler about that, then you might want to get yourself a new base body. Oh, look at this. This thing is so, like, that's solid. And the leg. Oh, yeah, we're good. We're good. Although, here is the really great side. So, the guy sent it to me in this box, and I'm not making fun, but keep in mind, the legs were bent when it came in, and one was off, so it kind of fit like this. So now, I gotta try to figure out a way to send him back in the same box. Oh, he'll fit. He'll fit. Alright, this guy got off lucky. He got off lucky. Sometimes people will do that. They'll send me a figure that's broken in half in like a small box, and I fix it, and it's like, well, now I gotta find a new box because this ain't gonna work. What's the most common reason a figure breaks? Just posing, dry? It depends. Man, God, Josh, that's for me. I would say the most common is QC issues with either paint or glue, or like washes that get into things, but like the paint isn't allowed to dry good enough so it sticks with a softer joint, and so that just, it's just like rubber and it just rips off, and that's what happens. Let's take a photo here. Cool. Got it. All right, Mr. Jeremy, your figure is good to go. Wrap him back up. There's a little safety net here. Back in the box you go. And if this guy wants to pay me tonight, then I can ship it off tomorrow, which is always nice. I like getting paid for, you know, doing this. Always helps. And as always, he gets a card. And a Bill Maru Toychanics sticker. Beautiful. This actually doesn't have a white background on it, so this is actually, the white is clear, so I'm sure that looks really cool. I haven't even put it on anything yet. These are brand new. Articulation is super disappointing. Great. That torso is whack. That's what I'm going to be fixing, guys. I want to figure it out. The 2011 SDCC Swamp Thing is what I got. Ricky, right on, man. That's a good one. I have that one in my collection, too. I haven't seen one that's better, honestly. I thought about getting one of those DC Collectibles ones. I didn't like the icons because it's just, that's a really small Swamp Thing. And that's too small, in my opinion, for Swamp Thing. But I wanted that one with wings. That thing looked crazy cool. Alright, what we got here? This is a bit of a heavier box. This comes from a Richard. So Richard, what do we got? Cut this baby open carefully. Yeah, I was about to cut one open not too long. Oh, you know what? Before actually I open this, I need to fix the one I already started. This is huge. All right. So I don't think I have the factory one with me, but I had to go buy some new screws for this one. And this is the one, this sucks because I didn't realize that the guy had 2 broken arms. And so I quoted him for 1 broken arm and it came in and I saw 2 and I'm like, ugh. So this guy's getting a 2-for-1 deal. No Deathstroke mods yet. I don't own the figure. If Walmart ever decides to honor my pre-order, then I will definitely look into modding Deathstroke. But right now, he's still in pre-order limbo. So I've got, look at the size of this thing. This is, I showed you guys this the other day. This is like a movie Shockwave. And fortunately, it has screws on it and whatnot. I wish I could detach this piece right here. That would be very helpful. But I'm afraid if I was to try to I don't know, that something would snap. That's why I don't deal with Transformers. I do not like repairing Transformers that much. Just because more problems than repair, or like more problems than good, generally can come out of that. So, but luckily I unscrewed all of this, took out like a mechanism that was in here, a little spring mechanism. And so what had happened was I mean, this happened, I've seen this with a couple of Transformers figures, these crazy third parties or whatever, is that right here, these are the arms. So this right here, both of them broke off right here. And so it's supposed to attach via this guy right here, which screws into the right here and moves. So what we got to do is, really all I got to do is put a new screw all the way through here and into here. And then probably flatten the head on this because the head of it was insanely flat. So we'll see what happens. Kind of go check out the chat real quick. Oh, there on my screw. Every collector should invest in good shag carpet below their figures. Ever since I got my runner, I've never worried about figures breaking from falls. See, when you get a brand new figure with frozen joints, is that just bad tooling? It can be, Josh. You never know. Because you'll find a lot of NECA figures have that issue. And I mean a lot of them have that issue where they come in and even on their, like, they'll warn you, like, well, you need to run it, which is crazy for a toy company to tell you that you need to heat up your figures before you mess with them, means their QC is not on point. Just straight up. If you got to tell everybody to do that, then, but I mean, at least they do tell you to do that, but that's kind of their way of washing their hands of a pretty bad issue, in my opinion. But that's them. I still buy their stuff. But yeah, I don't know. For me, that's, yeah, it is bad tooling, because that's, I mean, how else can you put that? Oh man, the freaking, I love Wade's hate for the Deathstroke figure is beyond funny to me. I've watched that review twice, and I don't watch toy reviews. I do not watch toy reviews. I just don't. I don't find any enjoyment in that unless somebody is going off on something like that. That is funny. That was killing me. So with this, we're going to drill a bigger hole. The new screws that I got are slightly bigger than the old ones. This is the best I could do. I needed them to be really long so I could choose what length I made them. And, oh, that's perfect. That's what I wanted right there. Cool. So that's where I wanted this one. And now I gotta drill in through the other side on this, which it's already got a hole in it, which is nice. Let's see if I can show you guys here what I'm doing. So I'm gonna be drilling in here. That's how that comes off. Yeah, this is generally held together. This piece right here is generally held on like with a plate and some stuff like that. So you can feel like this right here is just like another plastic piece. And I don't know. I've seen stuff like this. It's so sad. Because this figure seems really cool. But it's just like kind of, I don't know, just kind of shoddily put together. A little bit of cheap plastic hanging on to giant like arms and whatnot. It's like crazy. Yeah, the stacked ratchet is insane. Do you watch Anthony's reviews? The only one he does on the really bad figures are pretty funny. I unfortunately I don't. I just don't watch anybody's reviews. I watched Wade's Deathstroke one just because he talked about how bad it was, and I was like, oh, I'll check it out. You know, sitting down to eat or something like that, and I watched it, and that's it. I just don't watch toy reviews. Just not my thing, really. A lot of my friends watch, you know, a lot of my friends are reviewers, which I feel bad because I don't watch them. I just don't generally have the time to do that, to just sit there and watch them. I mean, I could be playing them, you know, like while I'm repairing a figure, but generally what I like to do is I'd rather be talking to you guys. You know, now this is really cool. I could have been doing this for years, which is kind of sad. Could have been, you know, already developed you guys as a crew, but no time like the present, you know. So this is wild, man. This is like a whole crazy ratchet system here. You said the stacked ratchet. Who just so happens to be my favorite Transformer. Yeah, and actually Shockwave is my favorite Decepticon too. If they're a scientist or like a medic or something like that, chances are they're my favorite. Trying to drill this out just enough to where I can get the screw to go in comfortably. Oh, no wonder this isn't. It's like half. It's like half a Phillips head. This is an interesting screw. Found these at Lowe's yesterday when I was out and about because I needed these to fix this figure. This is making me nervous. I don't want to like stab myself. Gonna go in very carefully here. See if I can get this all the way through, which would be great. Sheesh. Okay. Tone it down a little bit. Try to be more careful. Almost took out a finger. God dang. Gonna have to bring out the big boys. You need to give me one of those ratchet screwdrivers in here. Jesus, dude. I'm gonna kill myself on this thing. I think I'm gonna have to make this hole. I want it to be tight in there, but god dang. Make me nervous. Let's see. Through that sword hole. Man, I get so mad at that sword holder. I was looking at it, I was like, that is pretty bad. That you can see the sword through the sword holder. Pharaoh was showing it off to me too, and he's like, yeah, man, he's like, the sword doesn't even go all the way in. I'm like, oof. So it's crazy. Funny how a lot of them were saying that you don't need to be able to pose an action figure. Dude, if they're called McFarlane toys. I get it if it's like a statue, but yeah, an action figure. 22 points of articulation. And then these fanboys that come in and don't even know what, like, they don't even get what they're saying. It makes no sense. It's like, you don't need to be able to pose an action figure. It's because they heard Todd McFarlane say like once or twice, like, oh, you don't need really articulation. It's about the sculpt. And they're like, yeah, what Todd said's right. It's like, man, you got to think for yourself. Like Todd can think that, so can they. But it's like, damn, man, make your own call. Sheesh. Oh, it bothers me. People don't think for themselves. It bothers me. All right. And this is what really sucks. Is like I said, I charged the guy for one of these, and this is a job, and I gotta do this all again on the other arm. But that's what happens when you don't pay attention. Yeah, I saw that gun pouch, or there's a gun on one side and a pouch on the other. That right there just makes me excited though, because it's like, for me, if I mod that Deathstroke, I'll tell you right now, that gun holster with a molded gun in it is gone. That's trash. My gun is going to be able to come out of a gun holster. That's how it's going to happen. I even modded my Marvel Legends Bucky the other day just to do that. I gave him an actual gun holster on his chest that a gun comes out of. Daniel H., I'm glad you're in here, that you actually have this. So you said one leg broke. I want to say me and you talked about this last time. You said one leg broke off. I showed my wife how loose the other leg was. Then it broke off. Now watching this, I'm worried about the arms. Yeah, these arms are rough. Yeah, definitely rough. This ratchet system or whatever is a nightmare. Like, these are crazy. So let's see, what do we have here? This guy right here goes on here. Actually, where did this go? Oh yeah, in this way. This is such a weird peg. Like, such a weird peg. I'll make sure I got everything on here correctly. I know it's got a lot more to it than more than meets the eye, so to speak. God dang, this is crazy. Trying to figure this baby out. I've got the rest of the pieces, and I've made sure that I put them in a little plastic case here. Like, it's got like my Psylocke bits and whatnot in it. Good, good. Hold on. Sheesh. So yeah, I did it like this. I did the left, right, middle. So yeah, these two pieces go in there. This is our middle piece. It's got a screw mechanism, or like a spring mechanism in it as well. I'm like, great. Yeah, fun stuff. God, what a job. So, let's see what we got going on here. That's gonna go inside here. Here's our metal bit. Here's our, this is a something. I don't even know what to, jeez. This is one of those like, well, all right, talk amongst yourselves because I think his head just fell off. R.I.P. Didn't break off, it just popped off. That's what bothers me about these. I had to fix this crazy, really crazy looking one not too long ago. It's kind of at the beginning of COVID. Had to fix the head on this thing, and I was like, this is a nightmare. It was a big, it was like an Optimus Primal, but it had wings, and it was like purple, blue, gold, and silver. I'm like, what is this thing? Like, I like Transformers and all, but sometimes they get out of control. So this bit goes here. And this bit goes here. This is wild, man. Trying to put this thing back together. Alright, here we go. I think I can actually put the... So that's going to be interesting. I gotta make sure this is here. There's also like, there's all sorts of craziness that goes to this thing. Like, you gotta super glue something shut on here. This screws into this, and this thing does the thing. There's a this little ratchet piece right here. These ball bearings go into something. I'll make sure I don't miss out on that. I think it actually goes here. Yeah, I think it goes right here. Yep. Okay, cool. I'm not so worried about that. And then your screw goes in here. The hardest part about this is going to be, I have to flatten this out, because I believe the way this works is, since it flattens itself down, it's got to fit flush. So you can see, so right here, here's a good example of what I'm dealing with. Here's one that I haven't taken off yet. Let's put this up before I lose it. Right here, you can see, let's see, fold it down. So if this thing folds down flat, right? This right here, this is the original screw, just this piece right here. It's like a bigger, flatter screw, but it's flat. So when it fits flush, it's got to fit flush. And there's not a whole lot of room in there. So what I've got to do with this guy is I've got to flatten it down. Actually, I've got to sand this down. And I don't think I can do that in my room. There's going to be a lot of sparks flying, which upsets me that I can't just take you guys out in the garage. Oh, dang it. This is the one I wanted to fix on camera too. I should have done these first. Let me see. Let's see how bad it is. Sometimes they don't spark as bad, but if it gets crazy, then I'm gonna have to stop that one. this might be doable. Not bad. Not bad. Not a lot of sparkage. Yeah. All right, cool. So now we've got this right here. So we went from, get you a close up here, guys. So we sanded this down. So I'm trying to show you the difference. There we go. This is our sanded one. This one isn't. So obviously we need to sand that one down a little bit more right there because the edge is a little fat. But what we want to make sure is, here's the key, can we still screw it in? We don't want to go so flat that we can't screw it in, although we do want to go that flat. We might have to go in and make a notch to where we can at least flathead it in. I'm going to go ahead and sand this down a little bit more if you guys want to see it. There is a little bit of sparkage going on here, but not too much. And to be smart about it, throw these on, right? Safety first. Yeah. All right. Again, let's double check, make sure that we can insert a screwdriver into it. Man, I love it. There's just, and it's not too little. It's just enough. It's perfect. That's what I want right there. That's what we want, baby. Yeah, right. Let's get this super repair mode. Look out. Turbo mode initiated. All right. So, doing this arm. Nope. Doing the big old cannon arm. The big cannon boy. All right. So, which goes on this one? Where's my big old body? Here we go. Come here, big guy. All right. So let's try to get you guys involved. Get up on my leg. Look at that baby. You know, guys, I've lost like 35 pounds since COVID started. Healthy, keto, did keto. So now I've got like super small thighs, like my little small arms. Did I transfer games like Red Dead to the PS5? Hey, what's up, Nick? Yeah, dude, I did. Oh, no. I didn't transfer. No, not to the solid state drive. No, it's on my external. I figured I wanted to keep it open because the PS5 games are going to take up the big chunk of my solid state drive. Chack and legs. Yep, I'm proud of them. Very proud. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. So this little piece right here that I just dropped. Welcome to my nightmare. Come here, you. This right here will help, I guess, not break something. See, I'm trying to get myself positioned so you guys can see that. Man, here we go. Move over. All right. Push this down a little bit. And then what we're going to do is I need to see just how far this guy's going to go in and how much we need to cut off. So actually I'm going to take this back off for right now. This is a heck of a repair, guys. I'm not going to lie. This is very involved. Thank God these other pieces fold down. If the other arm like didn't fold down, I don't know, this would be pretty rough. Let's go in with this guy. Some little sound effects for you. Gosh, hold it like a dang baby. Find that sweet spot, baby. Oh, you know what? I just noticed something. I'm gonna have to have some kind of flat piece. I gotta make sure that this. See, yeah, this might be an issue. We gotta make sure that this won't come off. I might need to put something, some kind of just small flat piece that goes right here, because I don't know, that might actually that might cause an issue here. We need to make sure that that thing doesn't come out of this. It's got to fit flush. Keep the ratchet system in place. This isn't screwing in the way I want it to. Gotta go to another screw bit. I'm fixing somebody called it, what was it, the Zeus, it's the Zeus Shockwave. It is giant, man. Let me tell you. It's a big old Shockwave. It looks like a film version, because he's a dang mess. Man, I'm running into issues though right now with this. I gotta find the perfect screw bit. I want to say this is the one I just used. Yeah, it's just like flopping around. Okay, fun. Oh, there went that. Bye. Gone. Ugh. Man, this is something. Tell you what. I don't think I've got enough to hook onto. I think I stripped it out. Dang it. Yeah, I think it got stripped out. So I gotta rethink something here. I need like a small washer, like a really small washer. Oh yeah, here we go. This is the problem that I ran into a minute ago, was like trying to, so when you get so far into this piece, it starts ratcheting on its own. Like there's a ratchet piece in here. Yeah, I definitely need a small washer for this, which I don't know if I have any washers on hand. Surely I do. I've got like these big sets of, I'm sure you guys have seen these before, those cheapo sets of things. You know what might work actually? I don't know if these things are visible, but This would be great. Just a flat tack head. Since they're so thin, I could flatten this out and probably just put it right over, drill a hole in it, and use it as a flat head. Just came up with that idea. Just found it. Heck, even like a piece of plastic like this would be fine if it was smaller. Oh yeah, man, it was crazy that we lost Alex Trebek. That guy was dealing with a slew of health issues, it turned out. I didn't even know that. I think it's insane that and I think it's great, honestly, that celebrities can keep that stuff hidden from the public. Because that'd be rough, man. I don't know. How to deal with fame. So another thing you have to do is to... This is going to be interesting, man. I got to figure out a way to keep this clipped in. I think I'm going to have to drill or cut a slot in here so I can actually screw this in, because I'm pretty sure when I drilled this in, I stripped it out. So now I've got nothing to really screw into, which is a big problem for something that we need to keep really, really tight, because this it's not gonna fit flush. And so you have to grip this other side that's been broken out of, because it's got a... Oh, this is actually gonna work. So what I'm doing, I'm gonna make sure you guys can see what I'm doing here, so just looking at my bird legs. I'm having to... What's up, bats? Oh, Jesus. There it went. Okay. I'll try to get comfortable. This thing is so sharp. Let's see here. Come on. God, I need a new tripod so freaking bad. This thing sucks. There we go. So I've got to grip a piece right here, and then I've got to screw it in this way, because unfortunately I had to drill it down super flat, and in doing that I lost my drill, my grooves. God, this is taking so long, and I've got to do all of this again. I gotta just learn from this one right here. The problem though that I'm having right now is that I'm gonna do this all the way in here. I'm gonna put this all the way in, and I think the problem that I'm gonna run into is that this might come out, and that's what I don't want to happen. I've also got to figure out how... What I'm doing right now, honestly, is testing. I'm gonna put this all the way through to where it stops, and then I'm gonna test to see how much screw I need to cut off, because I bought these intentionally long, because I wanted to make sure. That was the problem. That's why they broke as well. They were too small, and they were too short. The screws were too short, and so you couldn't put it back on the way the factory way. This would be so much better if there's a groove here. I might be able to actually Dremel a groove in so I can use a flathead screwdriver, which might not be a bad idea, because this is taking forever. Straight up garbage. I don't know how many of you guys do customs or do commission work, but for those of you who do, you ever get to that point where you're like, man, I just didn't charge enough for this. Okay, back to it. At least there's just enough to grab onto, though. Thank God for that. This is the least fun thing I've done in a long time. I'm not gonna lie. Oh man, my screw's getting too long over here. It's like starting to come out. I'm working, so I can't stay tonight. Stopping to say that I hope everyone has a good night. Man, Billy Moon, you're the best. He just dropped in just to say that. Freaking awesome guy. You're a treasure, Billy Moon. A treasure. Oop, there's that ratchet. Oh, man, let me tell you. I thought we collectively agreed that you should charge for the other arm. Yeah, well, here's the problem, guys. Is when I give somebody a quote, I gave him a quote. You know, that's what I did. I didn't check my I didn't check it good enough. And I mean, how many of you guys want to go to the mechanic and he gives you a quote and all of a sudden you get back, job's done. It's like, well, also, I got to charge you for this. Is that ever, are you ever like, that's fine, I get it. Yeah, cool. Nah, man. Has anyone ever lied to you regarding how broken a figure is? I don't know. I can never tell if like somebody intentionally. I have gotten a figure in before, and I caught like a lot of extra super glue on it, and I was like, "Hey, did you super glue this?" So, and they're like, "Oh yeah, forgot to tell you that." When they get caught like that, I gotta charge them more. But it's like I don't think anybody's ever intentionally lied to me. Um, Not that I've caught them in that, so hopefully not. Hopefully that never happens. Um, that would suck. That'd be a weird thing to lie about, wouldn't it? Like, and now if they were like being like, well, it wasn't broke when I sent it that way, I'd be like, hmm. Yeah, I believe it was. I think he said arms in the email, Henry. I just, I saw the photos and I didn't see both. All I saw was close ups. I didn't see like both arms off the figure. And I was like, okay, yeah, I can fix that. And it's on me, man. It's just one of those things that's on me. God dang. I feel like I'm going to have to take this whole thing out as well. So I'm really not happy about that. Just need like a little piece of plastic or something that goes on here. Like I said, I think I'm going to hammer one of these things out, flatten it, because you don't get to see these. They just need to be flattened in, and that'll keep those pieces involved. So yeah, I think actually I'm going to go ahead and remove this, which that sounds fun, and I'm going to put in a groove that'll allow me to screw this thing in. Henry, I'll just do like a small like GoFundMe, and it'd be like for, and it's just for $20. And be like, Billy made a mistake. Help him get 20. You can PayPal me at billmaru@yahoo.com and give me money. How crappy is that? Oh boy. I've made tons of bad judgment calls like that though before on quotes, and when it comes out, you know, there's some people out there that actually tip really really good, man. Some people are amazing, and they surprise you, but that's very rare. Very very rare. Most people, they get a, you know, they've already spent a ton of money on a figure, and then they got to pay me more money to repair it, which sucks for them, you know. So I get it. I'm not here bitching about my prices and whatnot. It just sucks whenever I could have got better compensated for a job. You can tell just how long this is going to take. It's going to be solid when I'm done. But Getting there is going to be fun. I think this is going to be the way to do it too, is use these flatter pliers here. This is going to be like the most boring live stream I've done. Bob said, I'm going to send you something to fix and I'm not going to pay you. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate that. Yeah. I don't even know what to call that. Bob the Odd, everybody. I did have a guy who was having some issues with his PayPal, though. And after a month, we got it figured out. So, better late than never, I guess. I think the worst is whenever I got to tell everybody, like, I only take money through PayPal, and they'll send cash sometimes. Actually, that happened with this one, which is fine. I get it. It's just like sometimes I'm like, I got to deal with that. I like PayPal just because, especially during COVID, it's nice to, because not a lot of people actually take cash anymore. It's weird. Some, more are getting more used to it, but, All right, we got it back out. Good Lord. Okay, so what I think I'm also going to do before I get back into this, we're going to make our makeshift washers. Oh, God dang, I've been sitting like that for a minute. Let's get up close and personal. What's going on over there? It's like Giant Man's. Giant Man's having a talk with just the Super Scroll. Hey, Chris Jordan. I'm working on apparently this is the Zeus Shockwave figure. I'm having to reattach arms in a crazy ratchet system. So, super fun. What I'm about to do is I'm about to make some washers here. Lord. Out of some thumbtacks. Just because they're so thin. And, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these as close as I can. Clip off the pegs. So we're down to here now. And I'm going to sand that down and I'm going to drill a hole. Hammer them out. Yeah, this is something. This is something. I've got this really cool little, my buddy gave me this a long time ago. Got a little sledgehammer, my little Mjolnir here. And what we can do is I can set this on the linoleum here. I literally built this room to work in, so we're gonna flatten her out. Alright, so hammer those babies flat. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to drill some holes in them. Using, this looks like a pretty good size. That'll work. We just need it to be, we need it to fit around here. And it just needs to fit flat. Chris Jordan says, wow, that looks crazy fun to work on. I learned so much from these streams. Fun? Bill Maru will hit your toys with a hammer. Yep. Well, he didn't send these, you know, so I'm actually fixing his toys. I made little tiny little symbols for your mini mates. So now that these are flattened out, we're going to make our own. Christine's feeding the dogs. It's not going to drill as much as I wanted it to. I'm going to use our sander for this instead. I've got a really cool bit I can use. So I've got one that actually is more of a cutting bit than a drill bit. And it's this guy right here. This is a really cool drill bit. Well, that's what I need, man. Just a hammer that repairs whatever. Just one little hit and boom, repaired. There's my superpower. That'd be legit. Alright, let's try this again. Get ourselves a nice grip on here with the big old boys. See if I can't get you guys a better shot of this. I need to take this to my grandfather's. He's got a drill press there. God dang. I have to use the big Dremel for this guy. This is a big job. Trying to drill through this thing is crazy. Almost there though. So this is really cool if you guys are planning on getting yourself a Dremel and you can't get a hold of one of these, you know, the nicer styluses. You can get you one of these really nice big fellas here that plug in. So you're always going to have really good power. And you can buy one of these for about $5 or $6. Little stylus handle. So it gives you more control if you're not all about the wand. Alright, let's see. See if this will work for us. So what I'll do, put this baby up to 20. I think we're going to have to go with a drill bit. But I've got a nice little hole started here. Sheesh. Alright, let's go ahead and get our little drill bit out here. We'll get it eventually. The reason I'm doing this is because these are nice and thin. Because that's what we're going to need. We're going to need these just have to be super thin. I mean, because the original had like a screw attached to it. That was what the actual screw was. So we need these to be thinner. Yeah, I might have to take this over to my drill press. Just not going to be able to drill through them here. Don't have the power. You'd be surprised that these things are that freaking strong. What if I could nail something through them? Fun experiments. All right. This thing is burning hot. It doesn't conduct that much heat. That sucks. Kind of puts a damper on it. Man, I keep running into things that stop me. Yeah, Chris. No, you're right, man. I was messing with you. Yeah, it's definitely, there's when you're done with it, there's definitely a lot of that sense of accomplishment you get. But I might put a pin in this one just because it's going to take me a minute. I'm trying to see if I can't just get a dang hole started. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to take it to the drill press, though, because this is literally bending. I literally bent a nail trying to hammer it through it, so... Well, I mean, these are really well made, so that's cool. Shoot. Man, I keep having to... It's always going to be the jobs that you misquote, or... Yeah, it's always going to be the jobs you misquote that are going to be the ones that are literally costing you way more time than you charged for. And I mean a lot more time, too. Dang it. It sucks. I'm going to see what is in the other boxes because this guy is just not working out the way I wanted it to right now. I'll come back to it later. Boo. Big boo. Getting closer, though. Probably just need to find something that'll fit, like just a piece of plastic or something that goes in. I thought these would be good, but I don't know. Now that it's taken me so much time to do that, I just need something basically like a small piece of plastic, like a tiny washer that's going to not allow those pieces to go through. Hungry, gotta eat something. Can't even keep an almond in my mouth. I cannot hold on to anything in this room. I don't know how I fix anything. Thoughts of ideas of adding Revoltech joints to my figures. What figures? Yeah. Oreo's asking the questions for me. Like, where do you... I'm not sure where you're wanting to put them on, or what figure you're wanting to put them on, or... Because Revoltech joints... The thing with import figures is they tend to hide their joints very well. And then Revo doesn't, in my opinion. You can look at about any Revo figure, and it's pretty obvious where those joints are. They have that very stylized look. Figma joints are a little better because they're thinner. Figure arts are like that as well. I'd have to see what you're working with. Let's open up something else. I'm sad about Shockwave. He keeps putting... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. We have The Dark Knight Returns. Batman. Oh, cool. I haven't got to mess with this yet. The tape is still attached. Oh, to the top, not the bottom. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh. Well, there you go. Fat Bat broke in half. Oh man, this figure is really cool though. Jeez. Yeah, Andrew, I'm not sure what I have a Son of Batman Damian Wayne figure. Alright. Well, I mean, I don't know, man. I would say go for it. I'm not sure. Adding import joints to domestic figures is interesting, to say the least. Alright. Looks like we just got a Batman here that's broken in half. Which I've seen this, this has been happening quite a bit now. Oh man, wow. Oh, wow, that's in there tight. Good Lord. Man. Okay, we can fix that. Jeez, I can't believe how tight that was. Okay, that makes me nervous though, and going in. Doing this, we might need to... Alright, so what I might do here... Gonna get ourselves a long enough screw. It's gonna go all the way down. I want to make this strong. Really strong. So here's a fun one. This is actually going to be a great ending for tonight. Let's see. We need one smaller than this. Hang on. Need to find the right screw and the right length. This looks like the right length, but not the right screw. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got a broken... Hey, Billy, you ever used plastic weld before? No, I have not. Pretty good. Give me a second here, guys. I gotta go through these screws. I need a long one. I need a long screw for this. So what we're gonna have to do on this guy is we're gonna have to drill a hole down the peg here. So we have to drill a hole down into this. Drill a hole into here. And then we're going to reattach. This looks like a pretty good one. Let's see what we got here. You know what? I might actually shoot a tutorial over this. This gives me an idea. You guys are going to be part of that process. So every now and then I'll do this. Every now and then I get kind of an idea to shoot a tutorial while I'm on live with you guys, which I know sounds a little unconventional, but that's what Crew Maru is all about. We're not about the regular, the basic, the boring. And in fact, if we're about anything, it's about multitasking, if I'm not mistaken. You guys like to multitask. You have to at this point. I think one of my favorite things is watching you guys converse in the comments section here. That's one of my favorite. I love seeing you guys kind of work ideas out between you. Don Draper was asking if I ever used plastic weld before. I haven't. No. I'm not even sure what it does. I'm assuming it melts plastic together. But I'd be interested to see how that would work, especially with like PVC plastic and whatnot. You know, like the if you guys can find something that will glue together import joints, now that would be amazing. That would be something incredible. Because that's where we always run into an issue, man. Was watching Toy Poloi. He mostly repairs vintage toys. He uses it on some stuff, and it causes a chemical reaction to the plastic and basically melts. Oh, okay, so my buddy Corey from Casting Cave told me to try that. Yeah, I've got some of this right here. This is the Tamiya extra thin like cement. It didn't work for me for what I wanted it to do. I was trying to fix a Mezco samurai sword that came with, I think, one of the Rumble Society guys, and it wouldn't hold it. It wouldn't hold it for me. So I actually sent it to him to get fixed. I think that's why he told me to do that, because he knew it would end up coming to him and he'd make money off me. Nah. It's supposed to work on things, but I don't know. It didn't work on mine. It didn't work on my stuff. Make sure that I don't get anything on. There we go. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to walk you guys through this while I shoot a tutorial. And then we get to put that up for everybody else to see. Let's start by getting the right size drill bit, which looks to be about here. Yeah, look at him. See? Casting Cave. He's a swindler. I got a big package coming in from him tomorrow. It's supposed to be in tomorrow. Would have been in like, probably would have been in yesterday if he would have shipped it faster, but he's slow as. I'm just kidding. If you need something cast or painted, you guys need to hit up Casting Cave. He is unmatched. But we need to talk about getting you a logo. If only you knew somebody that worked in graphic arts. So let's see what we got here. I'm going to test this drill bit on my poor Mario test subject here. Let's see where that's at. He says shipped it Friday. Slow. I paid for it like a year ago, man. So what you guys don't understand is that Corey and I talk on a daily basis, and so when we talk trash to each other, it is in the friendliest, non-serious manner. So don't think that there's beef between me and Corey, because there's not. He's the best. If you guys haven't seen any of Casting Cave's head repaints or head paints, wow. Do yourself a favor. Check those out. Watching toy. Let's see. Got to be careful though because it will mess stuff up if you get it where it doesn't need to be. Yeah, it's like super glue. Tell you what, man, people don't understand how big of an issue you can run into. All right, check this out. Now you guys get to hear my tutorial voice. Watch this. Here we go. Let's see if I can set up my camera correctly here. This thing's garbage. I think it just needs to set up right. It won't do it. It won't do what I want it to do. I don't injure myself that much, honestly. He had his thumb reattached. Shut up, Corey. Alright. Switch into video mode. Watch this. Hey guys, what's going on? Bill Maru from Bill Maru Toychanics back at you today with a new tutorial. Oh no, I can't start it like that, can I? Back at you again? Am I becoming that guy? No. What's up, Toychanic fans? I've got a new tutorial for you today. Today we have the Mafex Dark Knight Returns Batman, and looks like we've got issues with the waist peg breaking off, as you can see here. I pulled this thing out of here a minute ago, and man, it is a really tight, snug fit. So today I'm actually going to show you how to fix barbell pegs such as this in a much more reinforced manner. Yeah, did you hear that? Back at you again with the what? No, I don't know where that came from. We can't do that. We're not doing that. Hey, what's up, you guys? Back Bill Maru here with another repair, man. It's gonna be crazy today. You're never gonna see a repair like this, man. It's got all these sparkles in it. Let me just say, I'm not making fun of Russ. I freaking love that guy, and imitation is flattery. I love Russ, man. I do that stuff all the time. Hey, what's up, you guys? Shartimus Prime coming back at you with another Marvel Legends review. Good guy. Great guy. Alright. So, I'm going to get you... you guys are going to see what the crowd is seeing. Just at a different angle. So, we're going to set him over here. What we're going to do, we're going to drill into this. I'm actually going to not do it on my brand new leather bound. Last thing I want to do is F that up. My wife be like, oh, well, that's how you take care of stuff? Great. So this is fairly common, the way this breaks. So this is a fairly common break. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to drill a hole all the way through here. I'm going to slow that down a little bit because I think that might melt the plastic a little bit. So we got our hole started here. I'm going to be a little careful here because it is definitely starting to try to melt that plastic. Oh man, look at that, it actually split it. Cool. Not a problem. The most important part about this is that we keep the length of the original peg and we keep the ball intact because this is going to be hidden. So what we're actually going to do now is keep doing what we're doing. Although it's really trying to eat this thing up. I probably should have used a smaller drill bit to start off with, but that's okay. That's okay. So what we can do is turn back around and we're going to go through here. So this thing is really melting this plastic. This is weird. I usually don't have this issue, and especially at such a low speed. But see what happens. Our end result is going to be great. So Keep going through. Man, this is some funky plastic. Back out, try it again. All right, there we go. That's right, Corey. So, since we've got this kind of mangled piece going on right now, it's not really a problem. We're going to take our razor blade, we're going to cut off that bottom piece. Like I said, we just really need to keep the length intact and the barbell here at the end, or the ball. So as you can see right here, we've got a pretty good hole going. Here's my screw that I'm using. You want to basically use one that's going to be long. You want it to be longer than the actual piece you're using, because this is actually going to go down into this section as well. And another thing is that we're going to hollow out this ball a little bit, so this goes in a little deeper, so it's kind of embedded, so it won't hinder any of that, basically the abdomen articulation. So this right here won't get caught on anything. So that's what it's going to keep. It's going to keep basically the overall shape. And so what we'll do now is we're going to test. We're going to test to see if this will actually go in, which would, be beneficial. And if it won't, then what we'll need to do is Dremel it out some more. So get your screwdriver, get a good hold of it, and we might need to go back in, because like I said, this plastic's being really weird. Get a good grip on this thing too. Okay, it's going in pretty well. Pretty happy with that already. What we're going to do now is we're going to take one of our burrs, the burr bits, the round burr bits, and we're going to basically hollow out that section of the ball up there. We're going to keep the integrity of it and the overall shape, but we're going to fit basically the screw inside. So what this will be doing is just giving us a reinforced peg. This is unfortunate that we lost some of this, but it's not going to matter, because like I said, you're not going to see it. It will be covered up. So what we want to do is take this and drill like so. We're going to go about halfway in. And this plastic is so, it's easy to Dremel into, but it takes on heat like crazy. Just be careful. Alright, so we got a pretty good hole going right now. Let's go ahead and cut off any of the excess that came up on the top here. Just like this. Alright, and so what we're going to do is we're going to keep this drill bit and keep our burr nearby. I actually have two Dremels, but for the sake of just knocking these out. So what you want to do is when you're using your drill bit, you want to hold on to it with your pliers, go back in. Like I said, yeah, you could tell, like something, like when I heated that up with the burr, it basically closed the original hole a little bit. So, right. So yeah, you can tell this thing's kind of toast right here, right now. But that's okay, because all we need is the actual peg. This peg right here, or this, excuse me, what we need is the screw, and the screw is going to act as our new peg and keep the ball intact. Here's our length that we're going for. So grip this, and this is our test period before we add super glue to this and put it in permanently. So we're going to see if I can grip it here. And get a tight grip on this guy, because it's a ball, so it can go flying. And usually once you get this guy going, it's not a problem. So you can see that we're starting to get kind of stuck in here. So that's not what we want. We want this to go about halfway in. And you can see this is just kind of mangling this this peg, which it's not really a problem. We're probably actually going to end up losing most of this, now that I think about it, just because this plastic is garbage. This is really bad. Like, this plastic is really, really awful. I can see why it broke. I've done this method so many times before, and I've never ran into one that just disintegrated like this. And you can just look at that, it just came right apart. So what you need to do is grip the plastic. Try to get this out. Which is crazy because I fixed like a ton of Mezcos this the same way, the old Mezcos, and usually don't have this issue. And I dropped my screw again, you know, because it wouldn't be a repair if I didn't drop something. But we found it in record time today, so that's pretty freaking amazing. So, take this out once again. Put back our burr. So honestly, you could find another, I mean, if this like got mangled to the point where you just can't use it anymore, you could always go back and find another peg or barbell. But if we want to use the one that we got, and since this is just so badly ruined, where it went. Bye. God dang, that thing shot off like a rocket. Well, on the next tutorial, how to replace a barbell that you have clearly lost. Oh, man, that just took off. I'm pretty disappointed in this plastic, man. This stuff is trash. I think I might just try to swap out a barbell for it and go with the same method I'm doing, but man, this thing sucks. I actually have one here that'll work. Yeah, so we're gonna, jeez, man. You guys can, Corey, if you're still in here, what are these? Did you send me these? There's like these sprue kits that you can get that have a ton of like barbells and pieces and whatnot. And I'm gonna test this and see if it works. Because this right here already feels like it's gonna fit correctly. This size right here. This is what you guys want. Corey might, if he's still in here, he might tell you what it is. So what I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna replace this and still go down the same method because that thing is gone. That is gone. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Let me put the sanding bit. Hobby base joints. Okay, cool. There you go. Yeah, these things, these probably work the way they're supposed to. So I'm gonna, first off, what I'm gonna do real fast is I'm gonna sand this baby down to where it's more of a peg, and we're gonna go back in the way it's supposed to. Or I guess what I can do is just cut it instead of sanding it down. There we go. Alright, back at it. Let's do this again. What the hell is that? Sounds like something jumped on my roof. That's not scary at all. Not even scared. Alright, so I had to use a replacement peg because I lost that one, so that's cool. It's alright. So we've got our peg here, and we're going to go back in and we're going to drill that hole that we need to drill. I want to break it. Okay. Just drill a hole all the way through. Like I said, if it splits right here, it's not a problem. Usually I would use like my smaller drill bits and put in the smaller eye hook method, but the reason why we're not doing that today is because this is clearly got to have a stronger hold to it. So that's why we're using an actual screw and not a eye hook screw. So once again, and I like these pliers the best because they've got this groove right here. It's actually meant for like holding circular objects, which is pretty cool. We take our burr, and drill a hole. It's basically hollowing that ball out a little bit. And then we're going to go back in with our drill bit. Because that heat will close up that hole. And there's our hole again. I'm going to cut this down, get all that excess off because we want it to be round. It looks a little crooked. So I'm going to shave a little bit of that off there. And what we want is for our, basically we want the screw to fit about halfway in. Like go all the way, but halfway into the actual ball area there. So we'll get a grip on this guy. We're going to test our screw. And so this is about where we wanted it to be. And this is going to keep the integrity of what we needed. This has still got your middle piece right here, which this is kind of like your outer area of the ball, which is going to be where it grips in and clicks in. And we might sand this down just a tad, but we have plenty of this poking out. I know this is pretty ugly right here, but it doesn't matter. You're not going to see it. So now we're going to throw our pliers on the floor. We're going to take our drill bit, and we're also going to be really careful because this plastic is being very weird. So I'll go in at a slower speed. I'm going to drill right into the center of this. Let's see how far we made it in there. Yeah, this plastic is super weird. It's just taking on heat like crazy. See if this will screw into that. Just using our hand just to test. And then go in with the screwdriver. It's about where we want it. So unscrew this. Swear. Dude. Oh my God. It just bounced, hit my knee, and I'm pretty sure it fell into... Good night, everybody. Jeez, swear to God. It's going to be more weird when you lose the Dremel and make all sorts of holes. It's the floors now. Yeah, that was weird. It hit my knee and then went over here. I can't believe that's 2 tonight. So that's might be a new record. This is why God hasn't given me a child yet. Because there's no way I'm gonna hold on to that little guy. I think it fell down in the secondary area I've got down here. Mother of God. Well, that was going to be a pretty nice repair, I'm not going to lie. There it is. I knew it wasn't far. Yeah, I do. I need a desk vid. Just drop my... I think it's time for me to quit tonight, guys. I think it's time to quit tonight. I've gone too far with this madness. Okay. We got our peg back. I'm going to take it out. So, I'm going to unscrew the screw. And we're going to add some super glue. Right here. Not on the tip yet. Just near the head of the screw. So we can take our drilled out peg, screw that in. There we go. And then this is, yeah, like I said, it's kind of a mess right now. You can pinch that in here, and what we'll do is we're actually going to put some extra super glue on this just so it just, I don't know, it doesn't really matter, but so it keeps that plastic kind of in there. Because like I said, you're not going to even see this whenever it's attached. So we're going to attach this now. Put some super glue on it. I was just putting it in with our fingers there. Oops, it's the wrong screwdriver. Get the right screwdriver. Put that in there. I'm just trying to pinch some of that excess plastic up together, which it doesn't need it, but you know, just in case. And so now what we got to do is let it dry, and then we're going to put that in there. To the side here, make sure it's tight. Okay, cool. And then we wait for it to dry. Now, what might happen here is, what I would suggest is, see, while this is drying, we're going to swap over to a drill bit and, excuse me, a sanding bit. We're going to switch over to a sanding bit now. And carefully, because you don't want to hit any of this right here. You want to just kind of sand down a little bit of it. Because what we've done here is we've expanded it just a little bit by putting in the screw. And I'm going to take a thinner sanding bit here just in case and go around the outer edge of it, because the whole problem that we ran into was that it was too tight in there to begin with. And so we're going to do this. Hey, Sebastian Procell's in here. He is the owner of the Shockwave that keeps giving me curveballs. Sebastian, you missed it. It was funny. I'm working with two Sebastians right now at the same time. I had emailed the other one thinking it was actually you, because I didn't realize it was two broken arms. I thought it was one broken arm, which you did specify, but I messaged that to him. I'm like, hey, dude, I didn't realize that. And he's like, oh, man, one's glued on. I didn't realize it was broken. I'm like, okay, that's all right. And I was like, it wasn't glued on, was it? And I looked down, and there's Procell and then Sebastian. I can't remember his last name, but there's two Sebastians right now that I'm working with at the exact same time that contacted me through my email. It's insane. But we're going to sand this down a bit. Just a little bit. And that's pretty much, I mean, this is a really solid contact. That's the weird thing about this plastic, is it takes on heat like dangerously fast. But yeah, it also looks like it adheres to super glue pretty well too. So now we're gonna take I'm gonna dust off this area so I don't get craziness all over this Batman. We're going to see if this will reattach. And it feels like that feels like it's going to be too tight. So what I want to do is take the bigger rounded burr that I have, and this is what I suggest is to, since we've already kind of went around that, smoothed out our new quote unquote ball peg, we're going to put in the bigger rounded burr, and we're going to go in here, and we're going to drill this out just a little bit. Just a little bit. And that is some pretty, blow that out. It's pretty tough plastic. So what we're going to do is, let's see if that'll pop it on. I feel like we're still running into some tension here. This is a really, really tight piece. I don't know if anybody else owns this, but I saw another guy hit me up on Facebook and said that his broke the exact same way. And you can see that there's not a lot of plastic coming off of this as far as shavings go. And I'm trying my best to keep the plastic off of this cape, which is just dust, but, you know, for the client. Sebastian, don't. No, man. I wasn't here to call you out or anything like that, brother. It was my mistake. So don't even take offense. Thank you for being so cool, and thank you for being so patient. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in, dude. It's funny, man. I don't know that a lot of these guys follow me. You know, like you guys, like you contacted me through my website, which thank you. I think that was really cool of you to go through that. And for you to, I was gonna send you a link to this exact same this thing. I wanted you to see me doing it, but I got you, man. I'll handle it. Golly, this is just. I cannot believe how tight this is. No wonder this thing broke. No wonder this thing broke. So, we're gonna have to Dremel the heck out of this thing, I guess. This is so... I can't believe how tight this is. I think once this pops in, we're gonna be good. But... I can't believe this won't go in. Like, it doesn't make sense. So, yeah. All right, round 3. Oh, man. This is crazy. I cannot believe this is like a video to turn me away from Mafex once and for all. Man, this is insane. Wow, we are really going to have to Dremel this guy out. Let's see if this will pop in. What we might need to do is I believe I got it in now. So we're in. I might need to add a little super glue to just make sure it stays where it's at right now. Well, that's the thing is I don't think this is a heat up joint. Let's see here. I need something to... There we go. Aye! There it went. Yeah, dude. There's something right there, too. You can tell just how tight that is. Gosh. God dang. Whew! We got him. Just took some heat, or not some heat, but some pressure there. But, yeah. Completely. God dang. Like, I'm going to snap this guy in half. Alright, cool. Set him over here. Good night, man. That was a trip. This guy sent me something else, which I'm worried about. I think this guy has loose joints. He sent me a movie Shazam figure, and this has loose joints. So that's not going to be fun to watch on here. Did y'all hear that click? That was awesome. Woo! I was getting a little nervous. I was like, well, what did I do wrong? Cool. But, yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to wrap up tonight. That was a little longer than I wanted to go, but we had some fun. We got a couple of things repaired tonight, I think. Maybe 1, 2. I think we got 2 things repaired. Almost done with Shockwave. He's going to get there. I just need some washers, and that guy's going to be solid as heck whenever I get done with him. I already feel that. The screws that I found are perfect. They're going to be bigger, they're going to be stronger, and he's going to be good to go. I'll keep you guys updated on that. I don't want to miss that. I feel like we're on this journey with him now. So I'm going to I'll do another live feed whenever I get everything set up and ready to go for Shockwave. I honestly should have like documented this thing because I didn't realize it was going to be such a journey. But he's cool, man. It's one of those big figures that are just need a little bit extra. And I feel bad, man. That sucks I don't know, that he's that just awesome figure and you pay all this money for this giant thing and it's like just breaking apart on you. I hate that. Sebastian, thank you so much for showing up. That's awesome. We're gonna get that guy fixed. You just got to give me a little bit of time. I need to go into town tomorrow and use my my drill press to drill holes in those. I think those are gonna be the perfect. I think they're gonna be the perfect size, but we'll see. If not, I can always make some really thin plastic pieces that'll go on him, and I think that might work. Something like, I could even possibly, now that I think about it, I might be able to use something like these. So these are just, I showed you guys these last time. This is what I'm actually going to use to fix a statue I've got right now. But, and I'll be doing a couple other crazy tutorials on sculpting, smoothing sculpt, painting over the sculpt. They're going to be basics because if you're looking for sculpting techniques, I'm not really the guy. I can do filling sculpting techniques. I'm more of repair sculpt. Casting Cave is the guy who does like real sculpt. He sculpted the Odious head you guys all know and love, which is just amazing. But yeah, so you guys are gonna be following me on this this Shockwave journey. But yeah, these little cards right here, man. These little badge cards. This stuff is amazing. It Dremels well. It adheres to super glue really well. This might actually, if I was to just basically cut little circles out of this would probably make a really good washer for that figure. I just feel like it just needs something that keeps the screw from popping out, but I don't really know if I want to use this because they're so bright white. I'd rather them be darker, even though they're going to be hidden. I just want the dude, I want Sebastian. I don't want you to be able to see him. But, cool, man. I'm glad. That's really cool that you showed up. I think it's awesome whenever the guys that I'm working on figures show up. And
Hi there. It's currently 7:45 p.m. with a current temperature of 53 degrees Fahrenheit.
Ooh.
Today's low is 40 degrees.
Okay.
And the high is 65 degrees. Today's weather shows clear skies. And now,
how about that?
Here are today's top headlines provided by
I think that means it's time to call it a night. All right, guys. Thank you all for showing up. Thank you for watching the struggle tonight. That was something else. That was a bunch of crazy things tonight. But awesome, man. Absolutely. Sebastian, you're very, very welcome, man. We will get this. I'll have it done this week. I promise. That is my promise to you. But as always, guys, thank you so much. You know how much I appreciate you, and if you don't, I appreciate you so much.